All right, man. I was looking at some more Lauri Markkanen highlights. You know, I played with Utah. I don't think Utah was his original team, was it? Well, I feel like he was in Chicago or something. I could be wrong, but I didn't know it was like that. Let me say that again. I didn't know it was like that. Let me say it again. I ain't know he was like that. Lauri Markkanen. I ain't know he was like. Let me make sure my mic on. I ain't know he was like that. I ain't know he was getting it off, getting it above the rim like that, like it was Tupac and Marlon Wayne's, Dwayne Martin. So I kind of look more. I mean, I think he might be worth the price of admission, bro. He coming off the catch, shooting it. He coming off the cut. He slashing, banging it. He athletic. He jump. I mean, that dude jumping. He's shooting it off the catch. Last year he had a knee contusion, so only played 47 games. You know, so last year his numbers was a little misconstrued, rebound numbers scoring down a little bit. But usually he almost a 20 and almost 10 guy, 28, 29, hovering around 36% from three. I think when you're on a bad team, you don't get as many good looks. So I think we see a lot of guys on bad teams, and they got to take a lot of shots that, they normally wouldn't have to take with a good team. So I think kind of him and Cade's chemistry fit well. His ability to get it off the bounce, his ability to catch and shoot, his ability to really, create his own shot. Like, I didn't know he can create his own shot like that. His escape dribble, I didn't know it was like that. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know dog was like that. You know. So his ability to get it off the bounce, escape dribble, get to the rep, get to a spot. So I think within this Piston offense, I think he a little bit better rebounder than Tobias Harris. I like to see him around 10 with that athletic ability, 7 foot. He kind of remind you of what Mirotic was going to be before he left the NBA. That's what he kind of remind you of, but he can get it off the dribble. So he just ain't a catch and shoot guy. I mean, he's a guy that got listed as a power forward, small forward. So that let you know he got some agility. He got some agility. You know what I'm saying? So, he can get it off. He can create his own shot. Oh, come on now. I know your car kind of going through it. I feel you. But yeah. So I think it's a good fit, I think he can get time at the 3, 4, and 5. And like y'all pretty much said, we be saying, or at least I believe, the 4 ain't nothing but an additional small forward now. That's all it is. The 4 is just, you got 2 small forwards out there, 2 guards. In reality, you got just really another wing that's just taller than everybody else playing the center. Ain't nobody really playing the paint like they're supposed to. And that's the key to winning. That's the key to winning. It's playing through your big fella. Please don't be going the way I go. I promise you I'll be so happy. Thank God. Thank God. Oh shit. Come on, man. One of them mornings, bro. One of them mornings. Get out here in the morning, people still be in your way. But yeah, I think the chemistry is a good fit. I think if he can stay healthy, and it was a knee contusion, you know what I'm saying? So, one like it was ACL, Terry bump knees. And the question is, can he get good? Can he be efficient within a good offense? Because think about the Pistons offense. He can just really, be himself. Nobody's selfish. They make the extra pass. They make the right play. The offense is filled with movement and motion, and I think that's where Donovan Mitchell and J.B. Bickerstaff clashed at. Everybody just talk about this a dislike. I think J.B. Bickerstaff wanted more of an offense where the ball was going to move and guys was going to cut. And I think Donovan Mitchell just liked just had a ball in his hand. And and with guys like him, Harden, what they really don't realize is you can't win like that, bro. Kobe said that a long time ago. You know how much stress is on you to make every play. Not only are you expected to get your guys the ball, you expected to get, facilitate with you trying to score. That's a lot to ask, and Donovan Mitchell isn't really facilitating. Harden is, but when the ball is when you either playing inside out, and also and additionally that ball is moving, and people is moving, the offense go a lot better. So I think marketing, I think you'll see his shoot numbers go way up in this offense. I think you will see Cade Cunningham numbers go way up in this offense. You know what I'm saying? Because, he's a guy that you can get the ball to. He can go get a bucket. He a guy that can he can slash and finish at the rim and finish above the rim. He's a guy that can post up. You can play him in the paint. You know what I'm saying? Way above average rebound by today's numbers. So in reality, you can play him at 3, 4, and 5 in a lot of lineups. So you had that versatility, and you got a guy or a man that can play without the ball. You know what I'm saying? He could play with and without the ball. It's really a timeless fit, just like Devin Booker. Only thing, marketing is, I don't really know about the defense, but I think as long as he got the effort, that'll be okay. But that's the difference with Booker. Booker is just the ideal fit next to Cade. I think anything is a good fit. But I just think a guy that defended a high level, a guy that can run the lead guard, a guy that came off the bench in college, a guy that can just catch and shoot and be effective, a guy that can get his own shot. I mean, it ain't nothing he really can't do. And the only thing you really question about marketing is, can he come in and not be a defensive liability? And one thing y'all sell Tobias Harris short on is Tobias brought a lot of stability to the locker room. That's the problem that you really don't want to get to. He brought a lot of leadership. He defended the 4 position so well. That's why one of the major reasons the Pistons defense extended the way it did. That's why. It's because what Tobias Harris brought from a defensive level. Cartier drive. From a defensive level, he was the most. So in reality, could you keep Tobias and Lauri Markkanen? Cap-wise, that's going to be a little bit difficult, but really, you don't really want to lose that leadership, that Tobias and that defense. That can change the whole outlook of your team defensive. But, if Markkanen could just come in and be average, and you can exert Asar Thompson into that lineup, you'll be okay. But you don't really want to lose that leadership, that camaraderie, his defense. But Markkanen from a rebounding standpoint, a scoring standpoint, a shooting standpoint, they makes him more dangerous. But defensively is where the Pistons made their name at last year. It was just being the essence of a championship caliber team in Detroit. Scrappy, tough, blue collar, effort, defense. So really you got to ask yourself, can he strap his nuts on and do that? And anybody that come in Detroit, whether it's, if I had to be real, out of all the guys that could be available this summer, I could think of the major names that you guys care about. You know who the ideal fit, I'm not saying a basketball fit, even though I think anybody can play next to Cade. From a mentality fit, is Ja Morant. Ja Morant is indicative of what a Piston is. But Memphis is kind of like that grindhouse and, that culture. They kind of mimic us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just, not saying they, but that'll be like from a culture and a personality standpoint, just from a fit, Ja will be the perfect Piston. You know what I'm saying? I think Ja will be the perfect Piston. I know they say he's a great fit in Atlanta and all that, but Ja will be the perfect Piston. Ja about that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, but as long as marketing can fit that, you know what I'm saying? And he can just come in and be solid defensively. I mean, yeah. You can look and say he's more athletic than Tobias or close, whatever, but it just got to be the effort. You got to buy in. You got to buy in. If you buy in, it's going to be interesting. But anytime you take guys from a bad team, it's either one or the two things going to happen. Either they're not going to put up the big numbers like they used to because they don't have the volume, or listen to the kid, or they're going to get more efficient. Now, sometimes you might start off the bad way, and then they figure it out. So, I mean, one thing about baseball that I like is that baseball ain't a lot about camaraderie, dog. You can throw 20 motherfuckers together, whatever it is, and they can win the championship the next year. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop video. Appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist.